Yo, what is up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of Frolfcenter, presented by Frolfer Magazine. It's the 14th. I'm sorry, of January. I'm trying to fast forward. 2021. Austin Lytle. What up, boys? How y'all doing?
What up, dude? I'm Adam. I want to give a shout out real quick to the East Side Putting League. They finally got back to that. It's an outdoor putting league in Decatur, and I want to shout those dudes out. I think we might do an on-location broadcast from there in February sometime. So
nice. I'm down about it.
By the way, if you like what we're doing here, you can always go to frolfer.com. Check out everything we got going on there. We got hats for sale. We got patches for sale. Oh, and we also have now, new to the store today, some vinyl decals.
Nice. Hey.
As seen on Paul Beth's McLaren. Yeah. So anywho, Cody, what are you up to?
What's up, guys? Glad y'all are tuning in. I want to give a shout out to Ezra Robinson, who is now the highest rated disc golf player in Georgia.
Hell yeah.
And check out Alden Harris's schedule this year. He's playing like 50 tournaments. It's crazy.
He's playing every tournament. And I want a spot in the van.
Yeah. You'll drive. Tell him you'll drive. Maybe he doesn't want that. I don't know.
Yeah, exactly.
What are you guys drinking on?
Just a little bit of water and beer.
Yeah, it's still mineral water because it's still dry January. So
sweet.
Yeah, I'm taking it easy. We're traveling in early in the morning for tournament. So, but yeah, without further ado, guys, I got one of our top guests here. He's the starter of a top disc golf media group, 3 million views on YouTube already. I got to give it up for Derek Skoll of Gatekeeper Media.
What up, buddy?
What's going on,
up, dude?
You nailed it. We'll get you on the big screen, bud.
What's going on?
What's up, Derek? Thanks for coming, man.
What up, Derek?
Yeah.
You did your research.
Oh, shoot. Hold on a second. Let me
oh, boy, you better be getting
up a little bit.
You better be getting paid.
Well, Steve, the Dodges are really good friends of ours, so.
Gotcha.
Oh, yeah.
Fair warning, yeah. All right. We always start the show the same way, and Cody's going to get us going here.
Oh, yeah. So again, thanks for coming on. Good to see you. Hope all is well. Tell us about your first disc golf experience. Where were you? Why'd you play?
Yeah. So my first ever disc golf experience was probably like 2003, back when basically like the Innova starter packs were really the only thing. Played with my brother and my dad at Cadorus State Park, which was the home of the 2019 AM Worlds. So, quite a large course to be tested on, first, but then basically took a hiatus and really only thought of disc golf as like a picnic game, family fun, park outing. And then 2014, shortly after I moved to Lancaster, Pennsylvania, I got hooked up with the club out there, and the scene is booming there now. So they got about 6 or 7 courses within the county, which is pretty dope.
Oh, yeah.
And you're sponsored by Millennium, correct?
That is correct.
Can you tell us a little bit about how that came to be and maybe some of your favorite discs they make?
Well, I'll tell you for sure that it's not because I play well. That's
Hell yeah.
There's hope.
I'm working on the rating, but we don't get a chance to really compete like that. So most of the tournaments that we play are off-season, unsanctioned events. So overall, still working on that rating. But my favorite disc that they make, hands down, is the JLS. That's my utility disc.
Oh, yeah.
I got one right here.
There it is.
And then how can you not love a Scorpius?
Oh, yeah.
Can you tell that I'm a little shameless with the plugs here, guys?
No,
not at all.
That's the trade-off here, man. We let you talk about all the things you want to talk about, and we get to talk to people who are doing things in disc golf. It's the perfect trade-off, really. What bag's been in your mold the longest from Millennium?
I mean, I bag almost exclusively Millennium. We're allowed to throw other things that are molded by Innova. So, I have an AVR in the bag, obviously, and I have a Gator for the get out of trouble overstable mid, and then those are real. Oh, I have an MD3 as well. Other than that, everything else is Millennium, going from Aries to Scorp for the distance drivers. Then you got the JLS, and I just have that in 3 different plastics. The Draco for the overstable fairway driver, and then various QMSs because they vary run by run, plastic by plastic.
Yeah, of course. That's the Innova way. I love it. I'm an Innova nerd, so
Find what you like, and then you hunt. This is a local brewery in my hometown, or my part of town in Germantown, Philadelphia. Attic Brewing.
Okay.
I was going to say there's a bunch of good breweries up there in Philadelphia. I know you've got to be drinking something good.
Yeah, they're celebrating their 1-year anniversary this weekend, so that's super cool.
Nice.
Congratulations. That's super rad.
Yeah, they make really good brew. It's only 10 minutes from my house.
That's great.
So I get this is just an aside to that. When you're looking through runs for stuff for Millennium, do you think it's easier or harder for Millennium guys to find the runs and the plastics they want than it is for
I would say that the community is so tight-knit that there are a couple collectors that are very much into the collecting aspect of it. So there's a good opportunity to have someone have like a duplicate or something that they'd be willing to part or trade with.
What's the most you paid for something that you throw?
I'm going to be honest with you, man. I don't really pay for discs too much. I just kind of I swap. I like to trade. So like if I find somebody who's got something that piques my fancy, I tend to offer up some trade bait for it.
Nice, very nice. How long after you started playing disc golf did you decide you want to start filming disc golf?
Oh, a long time, because 03 was technically the first start, right? So 2017 was when we really decided to like film coverage. Gatekeeper Media originally started as like a FAA drone certified corporate video company. So we would be hired by various companies to do aerial layouts of their property or real estate, things like that. And then Lancaster County was putting in a new pro level course, asked if we wanted to do the flybys for the whole layouts. And then 3 weeks after that was their first like major, tournament there that they asked if we wanted to film. That was really a test. We were out there with DSLR cameras and not knowing what we were doing. Filming Mike Moser on our card, which I don't know if you're familiar with the Delaware Deucer, but he's very particular with how he plays. So he didn't hold back and told us how he felt. But now he is a really good friend of Gatekeepers. So he's done commentary with me in the booth for Stafford Open last year. Before I dig too far away from the Lancaster area in our first tournament, I do want to pay some respect to a local that we lost to COVID this year. He was the first guy who ever donated his time to what we were doing. He was the first guy to really believe in what we were doing and had an up and coming podcast of his own called Breaking Chains. So Dan Hornberger, means a lot to us, and it really punched us in the gut to hear that we lost.
Oh yeah, dude, I hate to hear that.
Condolences, man. That's rough. Yeah, that's been a weird thing about last year's a real
and like
grieving a little bit, and that's
and however you feel about the virus or whatever, that's an entirely different topic, and I've said probably that verbatim before, but it's like it's real. I have firsthand experience of like knowing people that it's affecting. So just be smart out there, folks. Like,
yeah, I see the PDGA is doing a good job. It looks like everyone seems to be encouraged to do what they've got to do, and I haven't heard too much guff about it. Nobody seems
to be honest. I was pretty happy for the most part of how it was handled when we went back on tour, because it was Las Vegas, Memorial, and then Waco shortened, but we weren't slated to do Waco. We were home to spend time with family. So that was never going to be a Pro Tour event that we were going to do. But then to hear that it got canceled, and then literally just like dominoes, boom, boom, boom,
Yeah.
boom. We were losing event after event to the point where they pulled the whole NT. That was really like, gut wrenching, because we had been named the official chase card for the national tour. And literally we had just gone full time as Gatekeeper right before COVID. So both of us left our full-time jobs, and that happened.
Yeah, it should.
Yeah. So it's crazy, a whole new world.
What was the normal day job beforehand?
I did B2B marketing and relationships with or for Apple.
Oh, there you go. Your learning curve sounds really steep. You had Mosier just tell you off, and then you have this B2B marketing, which disc golf's about to get a lot of, I think. Honestly.
Yeah, I think honestly that helped me in terms of like how to set up a series or how to set up a tour and things like that. Just because like I'm very used to talking with Fortune 500 companies already. So
you got a poker face, yeah.
Yeah. But also it's like, the whole point is like you need to know what you're talking about. So I made a point to know what I'm talking about. But I mean, I've been in the movie industry for 10 years outside of that as well, where I used vacation time from my day job to go on location and film movies, the past 10 years. So
Nice.
I never actually, I think my first vacation was probably in 2018, where like I went someplace and it wasn't a workation.
Wow.
So, aside from being a child or what have you, but, so that was my life for a really long time. So the learning curve of actual filming of disc golf was very small, just because I have a documentary background and the cinematography background in general. So it translated pretty easily.
I like that answer too. Was there like a moment with Gatekeeper and specifically in the disc golf in the realm? Was there like a purchase or something, or was there a decision made where you said, okay, now or never, this is when I have to make the decision that this is going to be the thing that I do? Was there just one specific moment or one specific contract or tour or something?
Well, back in 2017, when we first started dipping our toe in it, that was kind of when Joe Med started really popping off and developing like what their style is and what it's refined into from. So that was like a huge inspiration, and said, well, I mean, it looks like we have a chance to seeing if this works anyway. And if it doesn't, we'll go back to what we were doing. So like the first couple of gear purchases were, we definitely purchased. Exactly. Film equipment is definitely not cheap.
Right.
So luckily, because we were both in the industry, we had existing equipment. So we were able to stagger the purchases of that stuff to the point where, it's just, it worked out. We were able to budget.
Yep.
Nice.
That's awesome.
So speaking of equipment, what are you guys working with over there, camera wise and drone wise?
Yeah, we have the Mavic Pro 2 for drone.
Nice.
And that seems to be a pretty good workhorse for what we need it for. And then we're a Panasonic company across the board from there. So we started with the Panasonic AG-UX90, then went to the AC30. We have DVX 200s that are our main throw and catch camera now. And then now during the off season, because we have a guy that stays local to the Pennsylvania area that films some stuff, so we leave some gear with him while we're on the road. And we just introduced a AG-UX 180, which allow us to have a camera that's more suitable for slow motion and stuff.
Nice.
Very nice.
And so how many people are in the Gatekeeper Media crew now?
I mean, technically there are 3, but the road crew has been 2 up to this point.
Okay, nice.
And the third is a new addition. So Mike, aka Family Man Disc Golf, he has onboarded really well. His first time of filming with us, like in a large capacity, was Ledgestone. So he was our reaction camera for Ledgestone.
Okay, nice.
That's a fun job. I think reaction
So,
cameras are the most fun.
Well,
of the
and it's funny because he was saying that a lot of people had like texted him, because live was going on in some capacity. So people texted him as the weekend was going, like, "Oh, what was it like to X, Y, and Z?" And he's like, "I didn't see a single shot." You know, he's literally just watching the player, but only seeing what's behind them.
Yeah.
So
yeah, making sure he's keeping it on him. So what's to come? I mean, 2020 was a huge year for Gatekeeper. I mean, alone. No, I mean, even with the season we had, it was great. But what's to come with Gatekeeper? What's the biggest change coming?
The biggest change is we're going back to being full time. So we don't have anything. The only thing that we have truly official is the national tour. But we're awaiting for some more announcements that everybody should be hearing in the next coming weeks. One announcement in particular has to do with some European stuff.
Ooh,
So
nice.
That's really exciting.
I think that'd be a huge factor for it to grow.
Big time. And we look at the analytics, and aside from the US, those like more Scandinavian area countries are some of our bigger fans. So we're looking to try to accommodate more towards that audience as well.
Hell yeah, dude! Congrats and good luck overseas.
Thanks,
hopefully it works out.
That sounds awesome. So let's say you're getting ready to do a tournament. You're about to get in the van. You're about to go. From that moment that you get in the van to the moment that you hit upload, what's the most tedious part, or maybe what even is the most stressful part of that whole
Internet.
Internet?
Yes. 110% it's internet.
Okay.
Where a lot of people don't realize that, like, the video crews, most people are pulling 20-hour work days every day of the event.
Mm-hmm.
On top of going and filming supplemental content, B-roll, and drone stuff the days leading up to.
Yeah.
Right.
So, like, when we're on the road, we are working almost all the time. And so that I would say is, we load up for our tee time, which typically chase card goes off, at least for the Pro Tour. Chase card for round 1 goes off because it's not chase card, it's like a second feature card. So they always end up going out around 9:30 or 10. And specifically so that as we're coming in and rounding out 17, 18, the later holes, that's roughly when the first feature card is about to shove off. So it works. It lends, advantageous for the live broadcast, where we can catch up with the chase card or the other feature card prior to going out with the main feature card.
Gotcha. What's your favorite part of that whole entire process from van to upload?
Filming the actual event. Yeah. I've just always been a hands-on camera person, so that if I didn't have to edit ever again and only had to work on the camera stuff, that would be like my heaven.
Those people you wouldn't give up is the camera work.
I would not give up the camera work, even if wherever we go, I still want to be boots on the ground camera, just because it's like, I don't know, it's a physical challenge because it's almost like we're playing 4 rounds of golf because we have to follow 4 people around, and because we have to get every shot, we don't have much of a break usually. So just challenging yourself of making sure that you get the shot and being disappointed in myself when I miss one. And then learning to forgive myself after.
It sounds just like playing disc golf.
But
you-
4
filming
times.
it.
Anybody looking at like satellite rigs for internet, like to travel with when you're going to like Milo and stuff? I mean, like, is that even? I don't even know what that would be.
It would be so expensive.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
like you mean like relay systems and things like that for
Well,
like
just
in the park?
something to make sure the internet. I mean, whatever is that the big barrier right now to doing just perfect live all the time?
Yeah, like so hole 10 let's see, hole 10 to maybe like 13 or so at Maple Hill is like shoddy
Yeah.
like connection. And then like at Hornet's Nest you have hole 16 that down in the gully there's like a dead spot. Northwood Gold is pretty well known for having bad reception.
IDGC, awful.
Yeah.
Yeah, and like Delaware Challenge this year is going to be a part of the Pro Tour live stuff that they announced already. So I'm interested to see what that's going to look like for them because that's our one of our home courses really.
Mm-hmm.
So we're very familiar with it. So I don't know how everybody else is going to adapt.
Yeah,
Because we came up in filming in courses like that, so heavily wooded with minimal angle coverage is, I mean, right out of the gate, that was what the only thing we knew.
Mm-hmm.
So going to places like Las Vegas, like Wild Horse in Vegas, like those are a breeze to film just because you don't have anything to affect your like line of sight and things. I would say the one thing that you have to run into is like you don't have the exposure abilities as easily, so you can lose something in the sky like super easy.
Right. Yeah, it's such a different challenge, and I wonder as the galleries grow if that's not going to become more of an issue too.
Yeah, it's
Red disc don't
honestly,
look great.
Who knows where everything's going to go? It just truly.
Yeah,
it's so up in the air that like things are changing so rapidly now because there's so many eyes on it that really it's getting pulled in so many different directions that it only takes one to give a little for the other one to run.
Yeah, what do you think? There was that argument on Twitter the other day about security. Somebody brought up, we're going to need security for us, and it's going to make the sport look more professional. So it's good in regard too.
I didn't personally see that online, but I don't hate the idea because there's been a lot of events that I've filmed where the gallery walks in front of me before I finish my shot.
Right.
Yeah.
And so like it's completely botched the ending of my shot. And usually at that point, because there's just two of us, I'm the only one there to get those shots because the catch cam has to be to the next hole already. So like just for pace of filming, it's super important for me to be able to stick on that final shot just for the edit, because as I'm shooting, I'm thinking about the edit. That's just like a native thought process for me. So like my timing and my angles are all specifically thought out to where I know what it's going to look like in the editing room before I cut it up.
Absolutely.
I've got to ask, what's your favorite moment you've captured thus far as Gatekeeper, and did it come out the way you thought about it, the way you saw it before it happened?
Yeah, so I would say honestly, Margaret Sassaman's ace at 2018 Women's Global. That was the shot that pole vaulted us just into the scene. Because it was Mother's Day weekend, Women's Global ace. It made ESPN, or I'm sorry, Sports Center. So it was just like a lot happened from that one clip. And the first thing, when I heard the chain hit from the tee box, the first thing I thought of was like, did I hit record? Because that is a very common fear of like, sometimes maybe you forget to not hit or to stop the recording after the previous hole, and then when you go to hit record, you're actually stopping it. And so like that has happened once or twice, like in our career. So that was the first thing I could think of. So anytime you capture an ace, that's the first thing that I think of is, oh shit, did I get this?
Focus is the light, is that light blinking in the front?
Well, and because the internet is going to know that the ace happened, and then we're going to get roasted if we missed it.
Yeah.
Oh my
absolutely.
God.
Yeah, absolutely.
So, and you know how unforgiving the internet is. So,
Oh yeah.
Yeah, they're great. Let me tell you, we love them.
Yes. So Derek, let's theoretically say I give Gatekeeper Media $100K to spend.
mm-hmm.
What are we spending it on?
Cameras.
Yeah, I figured media. I think that's like been the standard answer between the media people we've had.
And I think specifically focusing on making sure that every camera that's on the field is the same.
Oh
yeah.
Because I'm really into the uniformity and consistency of things. So
I can tell by the video coverage. It's quality.
Thank you. Yeah, we've spent a lot of time and money honing that craft. So I appreciate hearing that.
No, dude, it's huge. I love more media coverage into disc golf. It's
Felix from Ace Run Pro.
Yeah.
Never ends with the camera.
What's going on, Felix?
Yeah, Felix said earlier. So where do you see Gatekeeper in the next, 5 years, 10 years in the disc golf industry? Hopefully we're growing.
I'm hoping what the ideal situation for me would be is that we could have coverage continuing in a more symbiotic way where everyone is getting a piece, not just one company getting a piece. And then, but I would like Chris and I to dedicate more time to being more of on the personality side of things, if I'm being honest. Where
I'm sorry. You said Chris, and we have yet to even talk about Chris. I guess Chris is your business partner or in Gatekeeper. Or?
Chris is the other 50% of Gatekeeper from the founding level. Him and I.
Cool.
Met.
Hello, Chris. I'm Austin.
Yeah. Him and I met. We both went to University of the Arts in Philly. We met. We lived in the same dorm freshman year, and we just ended up, clicking, becoming best friends. We had done a couple different ventures together, media-wise. We did a lot of pro bono work for nonprofits. And a fun little fact that actually I don't think I've ever even mentioned in any interview is that the woman who started the #MeToo movement a couple years ago, she's one of the first people that we did pro bono work for in Philly.
Oh, wow.
Nice.
Oh, wow,
yeah,
awesome.
Super cool. Yeah.
Good on you. Good on you.
So yeah, dude. Next 5 years, 10 years is you guys are planning on growing as far as disc golf plans on growing, right?
Yeah, I just want to be front row wherever it's going.
I mean, I think you're in prime position for it. I love it.
Yeah, and I think just really, making sure that everyone has a voice, right? Because everybody just really praises the sport for being so inclusive. But unfortunately, we're still seeing a lot of things that tend to argue that, right? So I really want us to have a turnaround so that more people feel like it's their space. And so to the point even where we started a Facebook group called Gatekeeper Mobile, where you can request to join in. As long as you answer the questions, I will approve your request. But essentially, it's a place to share videos that you're creating for feedback, and then we can give you tips on how to make better footage.
Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome.
Nice, dude.
Because there's so much space for everybody, and I'm also a consumer of on the internet as well, and I don't want the things that I watch to suck.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I guess it sounds like it's quasi selfish, but in reality, it's I really just want everybody to have their best leg forward if they're going to try something like this.
The high top.
Yeah, I mean, we're all people just trying to survive at the end of the world, bro.
Mm-hmm.
It's good. You said something earlier I want to just kick on real quick. If everyone gets their fair piece of the pie in regard to DGPT and PDGA stuff, is it not equitable at this moment?
So equitable for every media company to be out there.
Yeah.
That's just the money is not there to have 18 crews out there.
Right. No, I got you on that.
Unless we're all live at the same time and we can go back and forth to every member. But I mean, I'm just looking at golf, whatever.
But the thing is like to be able to set up something like that for a disc golf tournament, that's a minimum of $50,000 just for the infrastructure to make that possible.
Yeah.
So that's we're a little away from that, but I think that there's like a good direction that the Pro Tour is heading now. So I think year over
maybe
year,
like one tournament a year we could maybe do that. It might be cool.
Maybe it'll be a frother tournament.
Okay. And if that's the case, hopefully I'm there.
Oh, you will be. First call.
But yeah, so like overall, I think that again, it's not equitable for everybody to be out there, but it's equitable for everyone to create content and use a platform.
Yeah.
Because of the popularity of the sport, like even these newer grassroots companies still have an ability to find some benefit of doing it and have it not just be a passion for them.
Right.
Where like there is no media company that's involved in disc golf that's doing it for the money. It's just that's impossible. It's we all would have kept our day jobs if we were just concerned with the money. Like I had a job that gave me health insurance. So like, and I don't have that now. I'm fortunate enough that my wife, I can ride on hers.
Tolerates it, right?
Nice.
So like, that's something that I'm absolutely grateful for every day. That gave me the ability to jump into this.
Yeah, dude, that's huge.
So
and the fact that I have to shout my wife out of how supportive she is, and I know that this is like it's tough because I'm on the road a lot. So really taking advantage of the time that we can spend together when we can, finding time where she can come visit us when we're on the road. Same thing with Chris and his partner. So it's just, making it work, knowing that, there is a goal in mind.
Cool.
Absolutely.
Oh yeah, dude.
Absolutely. All right, we're getting some fun stuff now.
The second half of the show, we'd like to get into the fun questions.
All right, let them rip.
So if you could play with any celebrity as your doubles partner, who would it be?
Okay, so like just anybody.
Yeah, non-disc golfer. A celebrity.
I don't know. I think Johnny Knoxville.
Dude, that's huge. I love that.
That would definitely be the fun.
After watching his interview on Hot Ones and like really just like being what the person he is, makes me really want to be his friend.
Right.
That's cool. Didn't they all go to the hospital like the first day they're filming the new movie or something?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
I think 3 people had
first day.
Steve-O and Johnny were both one of them.
Yeah, and I don't know if you follow like Steve-O's podcast or anything.
No, I do.
I recommend watching it if you don't, or listening it either way.
Yeah, Steve-O's. I mean, that's what I grew up watching. I mean,
hell yeah, that's my generation. Like honestly, if it wasn't for skateboarding and like Jackass, I probably wouldn't have put my hands on a video camera.
Right, the Gorilla Media.
Exactly.
Yeah, like I begged my mom for a video camera for my birthday for years, and finally getting one. The hours of skate footage and the hours of me and my friends just shooting each other with paintball guns and blowing things up, and like whatever.
Yes, I can't tell you countless videos I've got as well.
Because I grew up on a farm, so there was a lot of space out there to get in trouble.
Hell yeah.
That's one of those things. It's all that guerrilla media that we created because we saw guys like Knoxville and Steve-O and Big Brother and Thrasher make it. And now we're making it. And all of a sudden it's like there's just so much media because we all figured out how to do it. I mean, think about the fact that skateboarding is the reason GoPros shoot the way they do. And GoPros are now like the industry standard for a lot of different industries. Sorry. off talk. I'm very chatty tonight. Okay, fun question. Fun question. Who would you rather get in a fight with? 2 big germs that are the size of ducks, or 1 duck the size of big germ? I don't know, man. We're trying new stuff.
Say this again.
All right, so
Is this a viewer question?
Duck-sized big germs.
2 big germs.
So like a full like proportionate big germ of the size of a duck.
Yeah. Or
2 of them.
or 1 duck the size of big germ.
Let's call it a swan, not a duck.
I would still probably go against the 2 germs the size of a duck because I don't want to mess with a 6'4" duck.
All right, cool.
2 germs size of the duck.
I don't know.
Like a germ-sized duck. I mean, swans and geese already mess shit up. So imagine having like a duck.
I think that's a pterodactyl at that point, right?
Yeah, it's definitely a dinosaur for sure.
Oh my god, I did not see this question.
We're trying new questions this week. My bad.
I like it. Yeah.
So Derek, how many times you? Derek, how many? Yeah. Oh, that was good. How many times have you been south of the Mason-Dixon?
How many times have I been through it?
Been south of the Mason-Dixon. Have you eaten at Waffle House?
You know what? I've never eaten at a Waffle House.
Oh.
Well, it's nice having you, Derek.
I'm more of an IHOP guy.
Yeah, IHOP.
Well, down here in the south, it's Waffle House. We've got one on every corner. It's like what's the go-to up there in Pittsburgh?
Not very good at all.
Philadelphia.
Philadelphia.
Yeah,
Philadelphia.
He goes Pittsburgh. What an idiot! Come on, Austin.
I would say.
Oh my dog.
The go-to here, honestly, is just like eating local. Where like my wife and
locals?
I mean, so like for cheesesteak, you got to go D'Alessandro's, and like conveniently, like that's like within like a 10-minute drive of Sedgley Woods. So like you can have like a historic day of disc golf, playing a steady ed course, 2nd oldest course in the world, and drive just 10 minutes and have yourself one of the city's best cheesesteaks.
Nice.
Hell yeah, dude.
That's great.
I lived in South Philly for a long time, and so like the South Philly vibe is very like neighborhood and like very like protect your own aspect, where like if you're within that couple block radius and there's a local joint that you frequent, they take care of you. If there's like even to the point where like they'll defend you if someone's up in your grill, it's cool. And that's something that like I don't know, because of how ferocious like people in Philly like have that reputation to be. It's really just like how like you can beat up on your little brother, but no one else better.
Right.
So
yeah, Philly does have an attitude. Philly has like it's not a bad attitude. It's just it's bristly.
No, it's a bad attitude.
It's bristly. I would say it's
definitely.
Bristly. Yeah.
We all are grumpy for sure.
Felix wants to know about Hattie B's hot Nashville chicken.
Oh shit! Yeah.
So, you guys went to Hattie B's in Nashville?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
We
met Felix and Conrad there for like one of the last dinners during Music City this year. But Chris and I had eaten there 3 times in that trip.
Yes.
Just because we hate ourselves.
No, absolutely. You only eat there if you hate yourself.
Well, and like we definitely went with like whatever the hottest option was.
Oh god.
No boy.
Yeah. So
yeah,
it's like it's so hot where like you feel euphoric, like you're on drugs. It's
no. I did that
it's
on an episode earlier, and it was
hot. Yeah. And the thing is like, if you ask me if I'll do it again, the answer is absolutely.
No, dude. There's just so much flavor in just the mild flavor. I don't know, man. The fried chicken is just good as it is.
I'm sweating thinking about it.
Fuck my shit up, dude.
Yeah, sure.
I got BS. Whatever.
So Pablo got the big contract. He bought a McLaren.
Yeah.
let's say Gatekeeper Media gets a huge contract, like any what's your dream vehicle, and what are you guys eating to celebrate?
Honestly, we're probably going to get an RV.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And then
What are you guys touring around in now? Sorry.
my Subaru.
Heck yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Great.
like
Hotel crashing or what?
yeah, because of COVID. Before that, we would like couch hop, but COVID, we weren't interested in going into strangers' houses or anything.
Yeah.
So we stayed at Hampton Inns the whole way.
Nice.
Nice.
And then we bought like a Coleman cooktop. So we did the majority of all of our cooking in the parking lot of the hotel.
Yeah.
Nice.
And then in between locations, we would find campgrounds and like tent,
Yeah.
like primitive camp.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Yeah, for
'Cause
sure.
that keeps the cost down significantly.
For sure, dude.
And to eat
Anybody-
while we're eating, we're
Yeah,
probably
what are
going to
you
go full blown steak dinner.
Nice.
Oh, yeah.
Porterhouses.
Wagyu beef.
Oh, big
Why
sum.
not, dude?
If it's
Why
if
not?
it's,
Yeah.
if it's the size of the contract that you're like, insinuating
talking
it
that.
is.
No, absolutely. Yeah. Why not?
If
I
we
had
have
a run
Buying a
the other
farm
day.
and raising your own Wagyu
if we have
Yeah.
McLaren money, we got Wagyu money.
That's what I'm
Yeah,
saying.
we got Wagyu. I was gonna say Costco had it $300 a pound the other day. It was good.
And you know
Good
what?
deal.
Give me 3.
If Costco wants to sponsor us, I will dead ass do all of our shopping there. Always.
Just wrap the Subaru. Wrap the Subaru
Yeah.
in Costco.
Yeah.
Dude.
100%.
I mean, and they got an
Costco,
automotive.
presented
They got an
by Gatekeeper
automotive
Media.
section.
Oh yeah.
And you
Oh,
know
yeah.
they're watching the
Keep
show.
the
They always
Subaru
watch.
running.
Costco watches every episode.
Right.
Yeah, they've
Good.
watched every episode.
Tell them to hit up your boy.
Yeah.
So,
There's decent stuff.
I know you guys have filmed just about everybody, but is there anybody you haven't filmed yet that you're wanting to film?
I mean, the big today, Ezra.
Yeah.
We have not filmed. We didn't film him all season.
Oh, Adderholt?
Yeah.
Yeah, congrats to that kid.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a big move for him.
Yeah.
That's super exciting.
Oh yeah.
Don't forget about that Ezra Robinson.
Yeah, I heard your shout out.
Yeah, he's the dude.
He's a killer, man.
I don't know the guy very well, but I know that I do believe he got on our coverage this year. So
Oh
You
yeah.
filmed some Alden Harris though too, didn't you?
Alden crushes, man. He's good.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah,
we're
I taught that kid
definitely,
everything he knows.
definitely excited. We know you'll be filming them a lot this year.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Derek, thank you again so much for coming on.
man.
This is the last real question we ask everybody. Do you have any questions for us or advice?
I guess really, I mean, you guys are pretty new to the podcast scene for disc golf, from what I gather, right? It's just the cheer.
Absolutely.
Right.
Yeah,
I mean,
33rd episode. Yeah.
Okay, so what motivated you to start, and what made you think that you could stand out in a very flooded field?
You or me, Adam?
So it really started because of
I mean,
COVID.
look at us, dude.
Yeah, Really, the sunglasses. No, it started because of COVID, and the Atlanta disc golf community was fighting about COVID and masks and shutting the parks down and not shutting the parks down. And so we decided, because Frolfcenter magazine existed as a little just like me ranting on the internet thing, to do like a bracket challenge for all the courses around Atlanta and make Facebook vote on it, just so
Cool.
they'd stop arguing about COVID. And we did that. We ran that for I think it was 18 weeks or something during COVID.
Those brackets work pretty well, don't they?
They really do.
yeah.
Yeah, exactly. You guys do a ton of them. And so for the final show, when we revealed the final winner of the best course in the Atlanta area, we did one of these live shows just for the hell of it. And then we were just like, that was really fun. We should just do that all the time.
Cool.
And I ran here and there disc golf a few years ago, did some filming, did some big events and stuff. And I knew that we could get, bigger names on here that would just like to come shoot the shit. And, we're keeping it super casual. And I think adding those fun questions at the end is a little different, and we'll see how we go from here.
Yeah, I would say like the laid back attitude. I also like the fact that I can drink and curse on here. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, exactly.
13-ish.
Yeah, why not?
Because I have a lot of time spent in like the Philadelphia punk rock and art scene.
Yeah.
Like I started like an art nonprofit a couple years ago, and we ran a lot of shows in the area. So that more crude style of people, that's where I'm more comfortable.
I mean, that's what we're the dudes with the beers for breakfast before every tournament and beers at lunch for every tournament.
Yeah, I'm just the guy with the mustache, but I'm one of the local pros in the Atlanta scene, and I just hang out with these goons.
Yeah, we're definitely the goons.
Decided to agree with them.
Yeah, he makes us feel good about ourselves. Derek, I told you we try to keep it around 45 minutes, dude. I really appreciate you coming on. I'm going to put you on the big screen, let you tell everybody how to follow you, how to support you guys, what they need to know. Have at it, man.
Sweet.
Derek, I appreciate you coming on, bro.
Thank you, guys. I want to say, first of all, thank you for having me. I know that this is a long time coming, so I'm really glad that we were able to make this happen. I want to thank everybody who's watching right now or is about to watch, because that means that you give a shit, and I really appreciate that support. And if we're really trying to plug our Patreon right now, specifically because we're excited about the content, that exclusive content that we're putting in there. So we're really excited to have everyone tune into that stuff to give us an idea of like what they like, what they don't like. So just patreon.com/Gatekeeper Media. We have Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, obviously. We're on Twitter, and we even have TikTok now, because that's what the kids are doing these days.
That's what the kids are doing.
Yeah, so follow us on whichever preferred media platform. Keep a lookout. We're doing some giveaways. I got a giveaway going on right now for a Mint Discs Profit Putter. That's an active giveaway. So if anybody's watching and hasn't done it now, head on over there. I should be doing the drawing either tomorrow or sometime over the weekend. Other than that, that's about it.
Awesome, man. Hey, thanks. Real quick,
Hey.
pop or soda? Somebody wanted to know.
It's soda for sure.
Cool. Awesome. Hey, thanks for coming on, Derek. You want to come back in a couple months when you slow down again for the off season?
Yeah.
Let's talk to you peak season, bro.
Yeah, I was gonna say, why don't we do it where like things are in the heat of the moment.
I want to talk to you and Chris too.
Yeah, we could absolutely do that.
Yeah, if we could figure out a way like where we could patch in while we're on the road.
Yeah, if you get to a campground with good Wi-Fi, let us know.
Yeah,
That'd be
that's
cool.
Awesome.
Yeah, we were maybe trying to do maybe two episodes about some stuff. So maybe we'll do like a touring episode and have you on after an event or something. That'd be awesome.
That'd be very cool. Yeah, and it would be cool to have everybody kind of get to know Chris a little bit, because as of right now, like I'm mainly the face of the company. So, which I like it, but he puts in a lot of work. I want to give him a shout out as well. So people should know who he is too.
Awesome, man. Well, thank you so much.
Dude,
and
appreciate
we're
it.
definitely going to hit you up about coming back.
Awesome. Yeah, you know how to find me.
Yep. See you, dude.
See you, brother.
Woo! That was real fun.
Dude, that was fun. Gatekeeper Media has
that.
got my support. I will. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not a fan of. I haven't done the Patreon for them, but I will, because I'm Patreon of everybody else.
I'm going to hold you to it for the Pittsburgh screw up. No, I'm just kidding.
Dude, that'd be fun.
In East Philadelphia, born and raised. I mean,
Dude, it was so funny. I didn't even think about that. We were literally talking about. Oh, yeah, that's what it was. We were singing Fresh Prince to each other before the show started.
I typed it in the chat and nobody even saw it.
I saw it.
I saw it. I just did not even.
I saw it.
Yo, I appreciate everybody that's been a part of this entire time. I'm per usual. I'm Austin Lytle, and thanks for watching Frolfcenter.
Wait. Oh, that's wrong. There we go. Hey,
every time.
I'm gonna go up next. Yeah, sorry, we're learning this as we go. Hey, it's Adam. Thanks for watching. We have a hell of a guest next week. We have the Duchess of Disc Golf. Ms. Holly Finley's coming on. So make sure to check that out next Thursday. Same bat channel, same bat time. Yada yada yada.
All right, guys. If you want to win an Eat Sleep Disc Sheriff, the last thing we have to give away from Eat Sleep Disc. Write your favorite type of wonderful haiku for us and tag Frother Magazine or put it in the comments, whatever you want to do. Tag Adam, tag me. Your best written haiku. Other than that, it's Cody. You can also check out gatekeepermedia.com and frother.com. And I love you guys. Thanks for watching Frolfcenter.